the shot is the most eastern Munro, and be the last hill I do on the way back, and come down off the shoulder there and come down this track, so I'll pick up the bike. And now I'm going to head forward down to the hill, the far end of the loch there, try and get up there in time to camp. Cutting down from the upper track, which is a bit up and down, and heading for the lower track, which the upper track meets anyway further down, so just got to get across this boggy ground first, but not too bad. Feet's still dry at the moment. A bit of forest walking just before the end of the loch. Should be at the base of the hill soon. Onward and upward. Phew, that was steep. Happy days, just about on the ridge now. Tough climb, but hopefully get a little bit easier. Cloud seems to be clearing a little bit as well. It's coming and going a little bit ahead, but generally on the whole seems to be cleared, so hopefully that'll continue. Approaching what should be the final pull now. Looking for a camp spot just above this top. Back down the ridge, out to the fisher field. And a continuation of the ridge. Well, that wasn't a bad night. Wind got up for a little while, rattled the tent a little bit, then it died down, and periods have cleared, and then mist rolled in. When I looked out the tent about 4:30, it was very, very misty. Tent's very wet, so I need to dry it out a little bit. But it turned out to be a beautiful morning, so just getting ready to go now. A cup of tea and some porridge, and then I'll be on my way. So we're looking over to the fish field and Chailleach there in the centre. This is my route ahead this morning. A couple of hills are here, and then there's a big drop down and then onto the hills and the eastern Fannaich. Well, that's it. First summit of the day. What a viewpoint. Quick scan around. Looking over the hills of Torridon. You got that Chailleach. And you got the Fisherfield hills over there, and Chailleach. Looking up to the north, all hills up there, and spinning around, and next hill for the day, bit of a drop down, but then a rise up to Sgurr Breac. Looks like I've got a bit of a path now. The routing so far has all been pathless and spongy, mossy stuff. It's been a bit hard work, but having a bit of a path should help. Bottom of the hill there, just looking up at me. 3 others have just gone through. There's a few more coming. I'll just give them a chance to go past. So the ridge that came up yesterday, quite heavy going at times. The main flattish section was a bit stony, but alright. And then just as it starts to rise, there's a notch, and that's where I camped. And I continue to the top of the hill. for today. Summit number 2, Sgurr Breac. There's a view from here, looking sort of southwest to Tollerden. And we'll just come over, looking into the fishing field. Chailleach, to the north, Coileachan, hills of Beinn, Mhor, Clach, Sgurr, right up to the far north. And the East Fannich, which I'm about to do after a big drop. Looking down south, and all the way around again to Tollerden. Big descent now to reach the Beall, a long way down. I got a reascent over the other side, up to the Cull between Sgurr and Clach on the left and Sgurr on the right. Down now, and I've got the next big climb up. Probably stop part way when I see a water source and have a brew and maybe something to eat. Sgurr and Clach Geala. The Fannaich for tomorrow. I'll leave the bag here. I'll go up to Sgurr, which is just behind the bag. Short ridge on the summit area here, not far from summit number 3, Sgurr. Summit number 3, Sgurr. View down to Loch Fannich. Came along the side there on the way in. This is looking south, and over here we have 2 hills from this morning, and the ridge on the left is the way in yesterday. Managed the ridge okay, puffing and panting, but got there about 50 minutes. Nearly at the top now. Just got to follow the ridge around the top of the Coileachan, just over there. There we are, summit number 4. Next hill is down there. Probably do that tomorrow though, together with the rest of the Fannaich. Sgurr band there. Another hill hidden behind and then 2 out there along that ridge. Well, managed to set the scent up. Ground's very boggy here, but managed to find a spot that's not too bad. So, the wind's died completely, so I think I'm going to get bothered by the midges. There's a few of them about already. My first job is to go and get a bit of water, so just have to head over downhill a little bit and see what I can find. Good morning, very still morning. Tent very wet again this morning. Not a bad night, a bit tossing and turning, so don't tend to sleep too well in the tent. But best objective is the hill behind me. I'm going to nip up there, and then when I come back down I'll pack up and then head over the next few hills and eventually head out. Should be good. Fifth Munro of the trip, and this one done before breakfast, first of today. So I'm just catching the hills in the fish field, Chailleach. Yeah, so didn't take too long, probably half an hour for the tent. Head back down now, pack up, and then head for the next hills. Sgurr Beinn, next one, which is the big one, and then after that it's just tucked in behind. And to head back to the tent, have a short break at the top, get packed up and get going. Intermediate top now. So our next hill, looking quite imposing. Sgurr Mhor. Swing round. See the hills we did yesterday. 4 summits there. Sgurr and Clach is the most prominent, the nearest us. And then the hill from this morning. And campsite down in the coal. Just about to top out on the 6th hill. Looks like it's going to be a little bit windy up there. And we look down from where we come. Quite a steep pull up here, quite a lot of rocks and stuff, so a little bit slippy in places, so exercise some care. Summit number 6, Sgurr. Quite an impressive cairn on the top of this one. shelter from the wind. Our next hill, it's a bit of an out and back. Drop down off Sgurr, leave the bag, head out there, come back and then continue down the ridge to the final two. Hopefully this mist disappears. It's fine at the moment though. Drop down off Sgurr now, heading out to the next Munro. Impressive cliffs here. Head back up and then take a left and then down over that top and then last couple of Munros. Seven of the trip, 2 left to go. Need to head all the way back up there though, part way up, and then on the ridge. 2 more tops to do. And back to the cairn that marks the way off. A lot of boulders on here, so quite difficult route finding. Back to the bag now and find a spot for lunch. A bit of a rest before continuing on. On the ridge now, I'm going to head up onto this top here and have my dinner. Then it's on for the last 2 summits for the day. And we're off. 2 more tops to do, and quite warm at the moment. Wind has died, so it's going to be hot work. View back towards Sgurr. So here we are, approaching summit number 8, summit number 9 over in the background. I need to head down to the Fannich, Loch Fannich, and go on that plantation for the bike. So I was approaching summit number 8 now, and I'm on hill, just one left to do. Some pleasant walking on this section, been quite nice. Obviously a bit of a dip between here and the next hill, but I'll have a look at that when we see it. There is the final hill. Need to drop down a bit and then yeah, a bit of a reclimb. Looks quite steep, but can't always tell until you get to the face. But yeah, moving. Well, that's it, the final summit. Summit number 9. Been quite a journey. All good though. A bit tired now. Need to find my way down. Head down south along this ridge here, then cut down to where the lodge is and pick up the bike. Coming down that last ridge, it's really rough ground, some boulder fields at the top, and then lots of bog and bilberry bushes, all kinds, tussocky grass, heather. Getting there now, head over towards the corner of the plantation there. Won't be too long. Might see if I can get a dip in the river on the way, cool off. Actually come across this deer track. He's helping. Still a bit foggy, so it's all the way out. Keep plodding on. Nearly slipped. Look back up to the last 2 hills. Quite a big cuddy this. That's me, had a splash in the river. Feel a bit better now. All ready for the cycle out. And that'll be us done. Been a good 3 days. A little bit of cloud on the first day, but it's kind of clear by the time I got up high anyway. Following 2 days have been brilliant. Blue sky days. Not as warm as I thought it was going to be. Occasional breeze has helped. But on the whole, very good. Tough couple of days, well, tough 3 days, but been worth it. See you on the next one.